Oh, hello.
Hi. Hello there.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good.
That's great.
Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that.
Yeah, me too. Are you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm great. I'm doing fine.
I'm ignoring Dan.
Yeah.
Oh, we have a guest today.
Oh, we have a
Oh, hello.
You didn't play into our gimmick. Our stupid gimmick every time we have a guest is we go, hi, hello, hi. And then the guest goes, hi. And we go,
Who is that?
but we
That's
didn't
okay.
explicitly tell you that. So
No,
that's
you
fine.
didn't.
No.
Yeah.
We just expect our guests to know. I don't know why we do that.
don't
That's
know.
weird. Why wouldn't you tell them about that?
Because we're
It's
assholes.
such a good joke.
It's a
Yeah,
fairly
it's
decent gag.
it's so funny.
It's so funny. I would have really laughed.
You would have felt like you're really part of something if you got to participate.
I feel like we're shitting on this gimmick a little hard. And actually, it's not bad.
Dave is solidly behind the
I'm
gimmick.
behind the gimmick.
I'm pretty sure every time we've successfully done the gimmick, we've gone, why do we do this every time?
Yeah, you know what? This is why we shouldn't do this anymore.
Yeah. Anyway,
Hello, Dan.
Hey, guys,
Dan.
how's it going?
Dan is friend of the podcast.
Hello, I'm a friend.
A frequent guest on the Three Dude Cast, and a member of our Sunday Screening Society.
Yes.
Yes.
And we play D&D together.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we spend way too much time with you.
You know what? I wouldn't be there if I didn't want to be there.
That's nice.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like,
Oh,
I don't
because-
want to spend that much time with you.
Oh, all right. Well, I only said that because when I came down here, you guys locked the door.
Oh, right.
So I wasn't sure.
That's
Yes.
just like an insurance policy.
Okay, yeah.
It's not
right,
weird.
Right, okay.
It
There's
isn't-
like
it isn't
liability
weird.
issues. We've had people like escape and
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And we wouldn't want that.
Well,
no, we don't need people like going to the police.
you say escape like it's like they're trying to get away?
I mean, you could say escape. I mean, they were going for a jog in their bare feet late at night with some weird stains on their shirt.
Stains? What kind of stains?
They're like a kind of maroonish color.
All right.
Jam. It's certainly jam.
It was, I think it was jam.
You guys have jam?
We spilled it all on our shirts.
Oh, okay. Well, that's all the jam you had? There's
That's
more
all the jam
All right,
we
well.
had.
This is the weirdest 3 minutes ever on this entire show. I kept thinking that was going to go somewhere. It did not.
Well,
Nope.
I can't go anywhere because the door's locked. It's not Stockholm Syndrome for those who are listening. I actually do want to be here.
That's nice.
I actually asked to be on this podcast.
Though I don't know why.
I'm really
No, I
excited.
know why, because I really wanted to do it.
I'm very excited about whatever your topic is, which I don't know yet.
Yeah, we don't know yet. But
I'm very excited to see what you're going to bring to this episode.
in all seriousness, I am glad that you're on the podcast.
Thanks, guys. Yeah, I think I did too much research, and I'm kind of freaking out about it, but we'll see what
No,
happens.
don't worry about it.
The thing is, in real time, like every episode, as I'm going through, I'm like, I'm just going to skip that. I don't need to talk about that. I kind of already talked about that. I edit on the fly in my head.
And because we like discuss as we go, sometimes I'll bring something up that
Yeah.
he like had a little research on but wasn't necessarily going to mention. So
Yeah, I just figured
it
you guys
all
will tell
works
me if I'm
out.
being boring, so.
No.
Yeah.
This will not be boring.
I guarantee that it's not going to be boring.
All right, so what do we have to catch up on here? It's been 2 weeks.
been-
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks
Yeah, it's
since we last did an
It's
episode.
been a while.
You know, well, I don't know. So Game of Thrones ended. That
Oh,
happened.
yeah, that happened.
That's finally over.
You say finally, like you were just like, I didn't even want to be here for this.
Well, it's like at some point I'm just like, okay, I'm just on the rails. This is going to end, and then we can get back to doing what we regularly do.
Yeah, I
Sunday.
think all of us have been eager to get back to
Yeah.
like watching bad movies. I don't know if we've really talked about Sunday Night Screening Society
I
on
don't
here.
think we have either.
Every Sunday night we watch
Nobody
bad
knows what that
movies.
is.
Literally, no one knows what
Yeah.
that is.
Yeah, we watch bad movies. We have a website. It's SundayNightScreeningSociety.com, the longest URL of all time.
It's almost untypable.
Yeah. Full disclosure, I have yet to go to the website. And I've
stuff is on the website.
I know. I've made content that's on the website. I haven't even been there.
But basically, Dave bought this pack of movies that is 50 movies from the 70s and 50 movies from the 80s that are like cheesy movies.
Yeah.
We roll to see what we're going to watch, and then we watch it, and we try to write a review of it, if it's worth writing a review about. And Dan makes posters, movie posters. Dave makes gifts.
We write reviews.
We write reviews.
for ourselves.
For ourselves.
Just- yeah, I don't think anyone's actually paying attention to it.
No, they're not.
But it's fun.
No one will ever discover it. But that's okay.
Maybe like 5 people will go to it because of this podcast,
Yeah, the
but
5
like
people
only
listen to this
once,
podcast, yeah.
and they won't keep up on it.
No,
True.
Yeah, they shouldn't.
They should know. Although I do think the reviews that are on there are like good. I am proud of the review that I did.
Yeah. Yeah.
What did I call it? It was Kelly and Son, a movie so bad we were rooting for incest.
And we were.
And
Yeah.
we were.
The room
it's
was
honest.
The room was
Literally
enthusiastic.
cheering.
Never before a more shameful thing.
Spoiler
Yeah.
alert, no incest.
Yeah.
I mean, light incest.
Implicit incest.
Does Frenching your mom count as incest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's on the
All right.
list.
It's on the spectrum.
It's
It's on the incest spectrum.
The incest
for
spectrum.
sure. I didn't know that was a thing, but now I do.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You learn something new every day.
Light incest.
I mean, if it's not, it's certainly like knocking at the door. It's pretty close.
So instead of watching Callie and Son, just go to SundayNightScreeningSociety.com and read my completely favorable review.
Yeah, you really shouldn't watch Callie and Son. It is.
Yeah.
It's
It was
not
just
good.
way too long.
Yeah, it was like 2 hours 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't really seem to go anywhere. It like made up a plot in like the last 30 minutes or whatever
It just
out of
kept-
nowhere.
Right.
The plot was like following this kid throughout his entire life.
Yeah.
Like his entire life. It's necessary. No one's life is that interesting. His certainly
Mine
wasn't.
certainly isn't.
It was weird. It's like, why are we following? Why are we? It was almost like it was like Citizen Kane, but it was like a bad Citizen Kane where you see like basically like 2/3 more of like way before everything important happens.
Yeah.
No.
And that makes it incredibly hard to tell what the story is about.
My favorite part was it Michelle Pfeiffer?
Yeah.
Michelle Pfeiffer drinking some kind of alcohol. It was like a Cosmo or something.
Okay.
Out of like a plastic glass.
Okay.
And watching her husband French his mom on a stage.
Right.
That was my favorite part.
I think if I remember correctly, didn't even the audience of that event in the movie kind of be like, whoa?
Yeah.
A little bit. I think maybe a couple. Not as many as should
I mean, it
have
took
been
place in
bothered.
Texas, and they're
Yeah.
like, you know, that's normal.
Anyway, I don't want to talk about Callie and Son. It was a bad
Yeah, we
movie.
shouldn't.
But yeah, that's the thing we do every Sunday. We took a break because Game of Thrones.
Yeah, right.
And
so
now we're going to get
that,
back to it.
which I'm really excited about. We have
I am
only
too.
watched like 6 of these movies or 7 maybe.
Yeah.
We haven't watched a lot.
I think our favorite was Hunk.
Yeah, that was like
The most cohesive.
It was actually a very entertaining movie.
Yeah.
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 And it's great because it's rooted in this like classic like Mephistophelian bargain thing of like
Yeah.
yeah, kind of like a Faust sort
Yeah.
of deal.
Right.
yeah like it's like give up your soul in exchange for no longer being like a dweeby
dork.
coder. You're like now going to be a beach hunk and also
Right.
you're going to move.
Yeah.
And it's like summer vacation.
And then you like might fuck like a demon or something. It's a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really weird but super entertaining movie.
That one was good.
It's a good B movie for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've watched so many unwatchable ones.
Oh yeah.
The one,
Most of them have been unwatchable.
yeah, really. I think like if it wasn't that we had committed so hard to watching these movies, we would have turned them off.
Yeah.
The one A Hazard of Hearts wasn't bad. I mean, it was
just
kind
it
of
was
boring.
Yeah.
But it was probably one of the
must
more
have
cohesive
her.
ones. Also very creepy. Like the 40-year-old man lusting after a 13-year-old in the very beginning. The opening
I
scene.
will have her.
I will have her.
It's
Very
like,
weird.
It's like, guy, can you not?
Nobody knows what that is.
Yeah, it's just a very creepy man in the bushes looking at
At a very young
woman
Helena Bonham
with
Carter.
binoculars, like practically drooling on himself.
Yeah, very strange.
Yeah. So
Anything else that we need to update on?
I don't know. I feel weird that it's been like 2 whole weeks and I got like nothing.
I
to
feel
check
like
in
I've
on.
done nothing with my life. I had roller derby last weekend. That was fun.
All right.
Exciting times. We
Yeah.
won both games
That's
by
good.
a lot. It was cool.
Cool.
Yeah.
It just, I mean, it was a normal amount of exciting. There wasn't anything overly interesting that happened.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything else.
Yeah, it's weird. I feel like I normally always have something. But
Yeah.
the last 2 weeks just flew by.
Yeah.
It did.
I mean, my life's certainly not that interesting.
Well, I mean, also, like, the thing is, a big amount of our last 2 weeks was spent together.
True.
Yeah,
we see each other, like,
Which
3
is,
nights a week.
Actually, that's been a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I have really enjoyed that.
We're
a lot.
catching you up on Rick and Morty.
And it's been great.
We're almost done. We're going to do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll round out the 3rd season tomorrow.
Yes.
So, in other
Unless we
words...
spend too much time playing a board game again, which was a lot of fun still.
I
Yeah.
vote that we finish the season and then maybe we play a game if we have time.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
we can do whatever we want after that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. So basically, our check-in is we've been watching television.
We've been watching even more television than normal, but with the same people.
Yeah.
Just on extra nights of the week we don't normally see
Yeah.
them.
I've been,
We've been seeing our friends like every night of the week.
yeah, it's actually
Which is really fun.
it's been
I
very
agree.
busy, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yes.
It's been kind of funny. I've been keeping track of how, not keeping track, but just how little time I've been spending like at my apartment this week because
Right.
I will leave work, like stop at my apartment, change clothes, and come hang out with you guys, and then
Yeah.
like that's been most of my days, which has been cool. Like
Yeah. I've been really enjoying it.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, we already kind of did some things, but it just seems like we've been like kicking it up in a high gear.
yeah.
Yeah.
is
Dan, you
nice.
should really start living out of your car like I basically do. You should get a rolly bag
you know-
and just like put your whole life in it and just carry it, like wheel it behind you everywhere.
That sounds
like I do.
so great, but I feel like
So great. So great.
I feel like that's
So
something
great.
that you do so well.
Oh, you don't want to take my thing.
Right,
I get it.
that's definitely your thing.
I get
it's
it.
clearly your baby. I don't want to walk on this thing.
And I just- it was
You
just-
don't want to walk on
I
your
don't want to
baby.
walk on your baby.
I really don't want to walk on your baby.
My favorite
dumb.
part about doing that is that my mom's dog Ginger attacks my bag
Yeah.
every time I roll it in the house. So just to get from the front door to the basement stairs, I have to have a fight with the dog who just like attacks. My mom had to buy me a new purse because she like was biting through my purse.
Oh,
Like any bag I have, the dog has
well,
to
it's probably
attack
because
it.
the dog knows that that's a sign that you're leaving and they don't want you to leave.
I think it's because they associate me with play because I'm not
that.
there all the time.
Yeah.
And so she just like, she's so puppy. And so she just
Right.
doesn't know how to not do that. But
Oh yeah, like anytime I go to my mom's house because she has a puppy as well. Anytime I go there, the dog just freaks out, and like as soon as I walk through the door, what was that?
I'm
snapping at the dog.
I'm sorry, we're having this conversation about dogs, so I look out to see what mine is doing. And
Licking his butt?
he's coming up for air after licking his asshole. He's smiling ear to ear, coming up for air because he's so exhausted of licking his own asshole. He's still doing it. I'm sorry, this makes me angry. He's like so angry. Bo, stop. Jesus. God.
Anyway,
Sorry. I just some nights I can't even handle it. I just really can't. You were saying
so
something.
yeah, it's like I'm so used to like every time I go to my mom's house, I will walk in the door and her dog just like jumps on top of me, or like tries to jump up at me because it's a smaller dog, and then just like finds his nearest toy and just runs back and forth through the house.
Yeah,
runs
right.
back and forth, like
Yeah.
doesn't even stop for like 5 whole minutes. 'Cause it's like,
Which
he
also
gets
like
the zoomies.
yeah.
it makes it impossible to play with the dog when it's just like constantly running past you. You
But
know?
it's like he's having fun. That's
Yeah,
all that
right.
matters. Yeah, right.
Man, I just realized that's a thing Zoe, my mom's other dog, hasn't done for a while. Is that when it was just her, sometimes I could like work her up and she would get the zoomies and like scoot around the living room usually. And it's not a very large living room. And she would run around the coffee table. But because she's a cattle dog and she has really strong legs, like the way she'd propel herself around was like she was in sitting position while running.
Okay.
Like it was a weird like backwards crouch thing. I don't know what. It was very strange looking.
Interesting.
But she doesn't do that as much anymore because she's usually playing with Ginger. And Ginger is they taunt each other with rawhides
Yeah.
is what they do. One goes and gets a rawhide and pretends like they're eating it happily. And then they bring it over to the other one and put it in their face and wait for the other one to get mad that they don't have a rawhide. And
that's a
then they
classic
fight
move.
over it.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't understand, like, sometimes, like, what exactly they're trying to achieve.
They're trying to fight. Like, they want to play. They act like sisters.
Yeah.
Yeah, so for a short amount of time, when my sister was living at my mom's house, we had another dog at the time, and my sister had gotten a dog, and our family dog was much older. He was probably like 12 years old when she got her dog. My sister got her dog, and so he's like not having it. Just like he's the established, like, this is my house.
Like, I don't have to do any of this. Like, I'm settled here.
Yeah, right. But he was an ornery old dog too. So anytime my sister's puppy would like leave his toy alone, he would come over, like, sneak over and grab it, and like, this is mine now. And it was just like, it was that thing. It's just like,
That's funny.
Yeah, this is my house. That's mine now.
Everything here is mine.
Right. And like, it was really funny to watch those two play, because it was like a puppy and this old dog that was just like, didn't have to do much, but
He's like the equivalent of the character that's like, I'm too old for this.
Too old
yeah.
for this shit.
But it was really cute watching them eventually like get along, and then like they would still play for a while and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was kind of cute.
In my mom's situation, her dog Zoe was a rescue. She's only like maybe a year and a half older than Ginger, but she had like a really bad life situation before. Like, she was abandoned and it was just bad. So we don't know exactly what happened, but she has like doggy PTSD. Like, some days she will just like shake for no reason. And we would have times like that was hard to get her to come out of the bedroom and like off the bed and like be in the living room. And like, no one could let the dog outside except for my mom and sometimes me. So they basically bought a dog for their dog, and it's worked out really well. Like, she doesn't spend time alone in the bedroom anymore. They're always out, and I go to leave in the morning and they're lying on the same couch. Yeah. Just like passed out on the same couch. And I'm like, God, this is so nice.
Yeah,
like,
right.
Yeah.
So she's like, Ginger has taught Zoe how to be a dog again a little bit.
That's awesome.
And every now and then, because Ginger plays with toys all the time, when Ginger's not around, like doing something else, Zoe will grab one of her toys and like kind of look at you and then try to play with it and then stop and look at you like, this is what I'm supposed to do, right? This is what I'm doing. Like, she just imitates Ginger and then looks at you for approval. And it's so funny.
That's really funny.
Yeah.
This has been Dog Talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. In the interest of doing the show,
Which show? What are you talking about?
Trues and Fnews?
I think it's time to play Trues and Fnews.
Have you heard of this game that's sweeping the nation?
How have you not heard about this game?
Everyone's playing it.
Everybody's playing it.
Everyone's playing it on every boardwalk, behind every McDonald's,
Every Park Place.
and every
In every shady alley.
Beano Railroad, Pennsylvania Avenue.
Right. Every one of those.
Literally every Monopoly property, people are playing this game.
I saw someone at the electric company playing it.
I went somewhere, I parked for free, I decided to play it.
I was visiting someone in jail. They were playing it.
Literally everywhere I go. Go? Pass? Nah, whatever. Let's play Trues and Fnews. You mean to tell me why you wouldn't happen to mean...
It's time for Trues and Fnews.
Time to play Trues and Fnews. Everyone's playing a famous game, the game that's taken the internet by storm.
It's time for Trues and
A Merv Griffin production.
Trues and Fnews, that game, that classic game, that super fun game. What is it, Christy?
Oh, God, I thought you were just going to do it.
I'm not. I will do it.
Trues and Fnews is a really fun game where I will give you 2 false news headlines, 1 true news headline. You have to tell me which is the trues and which is the fnews.
This brilliantly named game.
He makes fun of it all the time, but it was his fucking name.
So I don't know if you heard when I hosted the Dudecast last time. I did that movie trivia game.
God, that was so
Yeah.
fun.
And one of the categories I came up with was called Trues and Fnews.
Right.
Because of that. And when I was writing it down, I'm like, how the fuck do you spell Trues and Fnews?
TREWS.
Oh, really?
FNEWS.
Oh,
Okay,
in my
yeah.
head, it's FNOOZ.
That doesn't make any sense because it's
phonetically.
news. They're both based off the word news.
I get that.
Just
but
phonetically, yeah.
I want it
Although-
to be cruise and fnooze.
Actually,
How do you spell trues, Dave?
T-R-O-O-Z.
no, actually, it's TRUSZ. There's umlauts.
Oh, man.
Yeah, like a backwards H or something. I don't know.
A backwards H would just be an H.
Lowercase.
Oh, okay.
When I was writing trues and fnews this time, though, I was like, maybe I should end fnews with a Z just to spice it up a little bit.
Spice it up a bit.
Spice it up a little bit.
Wow.
Throw a little Z in there.
Yeah, I really had that thought. It's funny that we
A little
discuss it.
panache, a little boom, a little pop to it.
I'm rewriting trues and fnews the way we just discussed spelling it. Just above it, just so I remember.
I like it. Ooh, wow! Look at this brand new game.
Wow.
Yeah, it
a
really-
fresh coat of paint
you know,
on this.
Yeah, now that I
On
see
this
it,
rickety old junk.
This-
now that I
classic.
see it, the name is just as bad.
It's like New Coke, which apparently is coming back because of Stranger Things. You see that?
Are you fucking kidding me?
Or is that did I just step on your trues and fnews?
No, you're fine. Step all over it.
Wait, because
No, that's
Yeah,
not one of the things.
that could have been a fake headline. For
It
sure.
was not.
you
Yeah.
did shoot him kind of a look though.
Oh, I didn't mean to. That's just my face.
That's just my face. The Christy Davenport
It
story.
really is.
Nice.
I feel like I have to explain that to people all the time.
It reminds me of at the fundraiser when someone said, "Hey, diabetes over there is giving me a look, right?"
Yeah, she's like, oh, hey, diabetes over there is giving you a look. And I was like, and the guy in the collared shirt? She's like, yeah. I was like, oh, that's my stepdad. And she's like, well, why does his face look like that? I was like, I don't know, it's just his face.
It's just the way his face looks.
It was really funny.
Sometimes it's just our faces.
Sometimes you just have a real intense looking face. And you can't help it. So let's start.
Let's play this game.
On that note,
On that note,
we're really good at segues on this podcast.
So good at
Cool,
it.
yeah.
Man, it's like clockwork, this show.
First
Real
story.
high-class production.
First headline.
All right.
Nurse swapped 5,000 babies in 12 years at Zambian maternity ward.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Second, doxed YouTuber jokingly asks fans to send her food. Homeless shelter gets a feast.
Oh.
Third headline.
Oh.
Real pastor holds church in VR, baptizes anime girl.
Okay.
Oh wow! All right.
A recap.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
For
a
what it's worth,
recap.
I already have to say I have to abstain.
You know.
I know which one it is.
Okay.
But I will, in fact.
Let him guess, and then you can still guess.
Right.
Nurse swapped
I'm like rubbing my chin.
Nurse swapped
out there.
5,000 babies in 12 years at Zambian maternity ward. Second, doxed YouTuber jokingly asked fans to send her food. Homeless shelter gets a feast. And lastly, real pastor holds church in VR, baptizes anime girl.
So first question: what was the name of the maternity ward?
It's a Zambian, like Zambia, Z-A-M-B-I-A.
Okay, all right. When you said Zambian, I was thinking like
I knew it was going to sound like zombie.
babies.
I knew it was
Someone's
going to
gotta
sound
do
like
it.
that.
Someone's got it. So those good. Hey,
Someone's going to
man.
birth them zombie babies.
Yeah, right. I mean, zombies have babies too. Do you have babies? How does that work? And then what was the first word of the second one? Is it doxed?
Yeah.
Okay, so they were doxed, but the address wasn't, or maybe they're YouTubing out of a homeless shelter. Am I overthinking the truths and news?
So
I love when other people play this game.
doxed YouTuber jokingly asked fans to send her food.
Yeah.
Homeless shelter gets a feast.
Okay. All right.
That's
You
a
okay?
that's a compound head.
It's a compound thought.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because
things
of
are not necessarily
thing
related.
A, thing C happened.
Okay. Yeah, all right.
And the third one.
The third one was I got that one. The real pastor using fake baptisms.
Right.
On an anime girl. You're missing the most important part.
In VR, everyone's anime.
It's
But-
true. Does it count? That's
how anime?
That's a great question. Is it like, does it count for God if you're like Avatar gets Avatar baptized? Is that
So-
like good enough for your soul?
I'm not God.
Sure. Well, all right. Well, I'll be the judge of that.
Okay. All right. But I feel like if the intent's there, he's probably like, all right, I see what you're trying to do there.
what I would hope
baptizing is a symbol.
It's a symbolic act, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
it's already it's
Although,
already
I mean,
symbolic.
it probably also depends on your like belief system and what religion exactly, because I mean, it is blessed water, is holy water, and so there is some physical
blessed.
component to it. Hashtag blessed
I was gonna
water.
say, like, there's some things like the Catholics really believe that becomes like a
It is blood.
body and blood, right?
and
so
it
it's like
is his body.
so it's like how
And you
how,
do share that cup with lots of other people.
but he's got a little dirty rag to wipe the lip
Yeah,
of it.
you just have the same rag that you used to wipe everyone
Everyone
else.
else's
It's
spit.
fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Super sanitary.
super sanitary.
Well, it's wine, so
It's,
whatever.
wait, is it soup or sanitary?
I'll take the soup.
It's a game within a game. I think I'm going to go with the VR pastor guy. I think that's
So
the
you think
truths.
that's the real one?
I think that's the truths.
What do you think?
Here's the thing. I'm frustrated because I actually think 2 of these are true.
What?
I
Okay.
actually think 2 of them are true.
All right.
I am almost certain that I read. I'm certain that I read the third one. That happened.
The pastor one?
Yes.
Okay.
The first one, I swear to God, I was reading about this a month ago.
Okay.
So
Are you guys ready for the reveal?
Yeah, let's find out what the truth is.
The truth is the real pastor
Yeah.
holds church in VR, baptizes anime girl.
Yeah.
You did read about the first one a month ago.
Yeah.
It is false.
No shit.
Oh, what?
Because I was going to use it as truths, and then
Yeah.
I looked into it a little further, and it was on
it's
Snopes
news.
as being false.
You know what? I keep seeing that. You can't count on Not the Onion anymore.
Yeah.
the sub-
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah. You got to
subreddit
be
for this.
careful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I just today I saw a story about a pastor somewhere in Africa, I can't remember where, that was selling $500 tickets to heaven to people.
Oh, yeah. And it wasn't real either.
Nope, Snopes had it listed as an article about a couple in Florida from 2015. So it seems like
Yeah,
it's one of those
whenever
ones
you-
that just comes
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, I've gotten tricked by Not the Onion before, too.
Can you tell us any more about the anime girl baptism?
Yeah, I have it on my phone here. I think it is exactly what you think it is.
Yeah,
This pastor started holding like virtual
virtual baptism.
baptism, and the person he was baptizing, their avatar was a like blue-haired, busty anime girl,
so is
and
this
so
like
he
in
baptized her.
VR chat where you can just like...
Yeah, some kind of. They didn't say what it was,
Yeah.
but I got the gist.
I wonder
it was
how
some
many
kind of chat.
like knuckles. What's the name for that? You've seen the weirdly shaped knuckles.
Oh, Ugandan knuckles.
Yeah, Ugandan knuckles. I wonder how many Ugandan knuckles.
We're
He's
in that
baptized.
room.
Yeah,
It's like
right.
an anime girl with blue hair being baptized in
Right.
front of a sea of Ugandan knuckles. And they're all
It's
going,
our queen.
this is the way.
This is our queen.
Okay, Pastor
Wow.
DJ
Old
Soto
memes.
is the subject of a new video from YouTuber Syrmore, Syrmor, via Polygon, and the whole process is equal parts earnest and absurd. Soto describes his VR ministry as allowing disadvantaged people, from folks to wheelchairs to recovering addicts, to attend church without the judgment that sometimes comes from traditional congregations, which is a good thought.
Yeah.
It's actually a really nice idea.
Yeah.
So fellow YouTuber Drumsy, appearing in VR chat as a busty pink-haired anime girl in a pastel suit, undergoes a digital baptism by crouching underwater for a few seconds as Soto describes the symbolism of the ceremony. You can see Drumsy's own perspective of the baptism on YouTube or see Sirmore's full video below. After the baptism, a banana hugs Drumsy. A tiny cat asks how Drumsy feels. I didn't get to this part when I read it earlier. Drumsy said, I feel like I'm out of breath. I feel like I just had an experience. Then SpongeBob hops into the baptism pool, soaks up all the water, and runs away. It is again absolutely absurd and absolutely earnest.
Oh man.
Soto himself.
The holy water and runs away.
This is my favorite part.
Oh my God.
Soto himself has been retweeting these videos in between announcements of his VR church schedule. So even with some accounting for the wild gags in these videos, it seems he's glad they're out there.
Oh my God.
I mean, if you're holding church in VR, like you have to have some sort of self-awareness of things are gonna get weird. And you should embrace that.
Yeah, like this church service
seems
will
like
be
he does.
It'll be a little bit like Reddit, like in this church service. You just have to like kind of deal with that.
Yeah. That's kind of honestly, that's kind of great. I think that's a really cool thing.
I think it's
I don't
a
hate
nice
it.
idea.
I don't hate it.
I think it's a nice idea. It is just like a very bizarre tableau.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, right.
A very, very weird, but also like really cool. I think that's actually a good thing.
Yeah. I tricked you, Dave.
It's a good thing until SpongeBob comes in there and ruins it,
It's a good thing until.
Stealing the holy water.
stealing the water. Because he would.
Do you remember my weird morning thought of the day the other day?
After Danger Coconut.
After Danger Coconut?
Yeah.
It was,
what was it?
Scoop Bot Scare Pants.
Yes. Please describe this on microphone for an audience of people.
So
Please tell
lately, every now and then, like in the morning, you wake up and your brain is like, you're still kind of in that dreamy state of mind, but you're awake. And so I would have like a weird thought and I just report it to our friend group because I need to document it somewhere.
Yeah.
And the first one I had, I woke up the one morning and I woke up with the thought, Danger Coconut in my head with no context for what it means. I later contextualized it. It's like a coconut assassin.
Yeah,
like
he's assassin.
responsible for like all the major events. Like he assassinated Kennedy. And then I woke up the other day. I don't know what exactly I was thinking, but like I went through this series of thoughts where I thought, SpongeBob, no, that's not unique enough. Instead, it should be Scoop Bot Scare Pants. And what this is
so weird. Even
it's
for
a
you.
robot made for scooping things. So it has like a little shovel type thing. And on the back of the shovel, when it lifts it up, there's a scary face. And so he sneaks up on people and tries to scare them with the scoop lifted up. And he says boo in his little robot voice.
Even for you.
Yep.
That's freaking weird.
Those are the kinds of thoughts I have in the morning.
That's terrifying.
Sometimes when I'm falling asleep too.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
It's like it's weird, like a hallucination-y kind of
Right.
thing.
Yeah.
I want to start documenting them though.
I think we need to start making the photoshops of Danger Coconut.
We do need to make the
Very
Danger
important
Coconut. And we still need to make the t-shirts for this podcast.
That's right. Established
1720.
Oh yeah,
17.
I would wear a shirt.
Yeah, I'd wear that. It's like any podcast claiming to have been around since the 1700s.
Right.
That's just fun.
That's fun.
Well, you did a good job of
kind of tricking you.
Yeah, that's because I definitely I'm not sure which of those two. So I leaned on the one I'd read the most recently, but I wasn't sure that was right. That was a great quiz, though.
Kind of tricked you.
It was a great quiz. Middle segment time. I'm gonna introduce a short one because I don't know. I don't really have anything I'm crazy about for the middle segment.
It's okay.
Despite the fact that when I asked you earlier if you had the middle segment,
I'm good.
you confidently said you did.
It's fine. Like I told you guys earlier, I could probably talk about the topic today for a while. So
Right.
it's
and
fine.
guest episodes tend to like
We
be
run a
more
little
flushed out anyway. So
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
But what I wanted to
Flushed out. Yeah.
Oh god, this is not that podcast, guys.
Sorry.
yeah, this isn't the dude cast.
Sorry.
Do that
You got
here.
confused.
To be fair, that's how I operate every day, any day. So that's why it's such a perfect fit for that. But anyway,
Yeah. So I'll keep it quick here on this one. I know you had some other ideas.
No, I can use them another time. If you have something, then we should go with it.
Well, okay. So the thing I wanted to talk about is, with a little bit of an apology, we floated the idea a while back of send us your beer ideas, and we'll pick one and we'll make one.
Yeah.
Well,
And then
we
Dave didn't make
we
beer
never did that.
for a very long time.
But we still have the suggestions, right? We still have the list, and
Yes, somewhere.
I'm trying to remember if we selected one.
We never
I
selected
don't know that
one.
we did. So I am going to try to make good on this because it's brewing season again. It's getting nice outside. I'm starting to do brewing again, and I wanted to bring this back up and actually do one of those beers so that we could solicit again another suggestion round.
I think my favorite was Adam's suggestion, which was Dave's procrastination brew or
Nice.
something like that. Which I think is just the first beer you're brewing right now.
Yeah, probably.
Automatically
Yeah,
it.
right. So I guess the Two-Hearted clone that I'm making,
Which is
right
called
now.
Dave's Who Farted.
Who Farted Ale.
Nice.
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 But I'm hoping to do this again. So I just wanted to say that we're going to look back through those again and pick one of them.
And if you have a new idea or you didn't get to make a suggestion, please do that now.
Yes. Because I'm really excited to start brewing again. I went through a huge slump last year of I just stopped.
Well, we had lots of things in the freezer.
Yeah, that's true. We had a freezer jam packed with chicken
Lots
nuggies,
of mac and cheese.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So much mac and cheese.
potatoes and buns and
now we have mini cakes, and I'm going to eat one later.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we actually have like 6 boxes of mini cakes down
you
here or
have
something
more?
like that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we have more. Dan, you and I are going to eat some mini cake later.
So all of our food surpluses come from Jen, and they're fantastic. But so now there's actually room in the fridge again to start putting beer in there again.
Yeah, the mini cakes are a lot more compact than the 20 pounds of mac and cheese was. So
The thing is,
Dude, I fucked with that mac and cheese. That was great.
yeah,
It was really
it
good.
was really good.
Yeah.
there was the one I really liked was the pulled pork mac.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got to have that one.
So good.
We basically recreated that a couple weeks ago.
That's true, yeah,
Because I made
yeah.
pulled pork, and we had like buns for people to have sandwiches. But I think everyone, for the most part, just mixed it into the mac and cheese I made.
I for sure did, and it was great.
yeah, I liked it
Yeah.
that way.
Those work together. But I really don't want to give that all the credit for why I didn't brew, because the thing is, I could have put it in bottles. I could have bottled
You
beer,
could have done that.
and it wouldn't have required my fridge to do that. What really happened is I just ran out of steam on the idea. I just didn't get excited about brewing. And I just let the idea kind of float, out there about what I was going to do next, and then just never did anything. I don't want to do that again. So I think it'd be nice if anyone has any ideas for, an interesting new beer or something that you would like to taste in a beer, if we open that up again for submissions.
I all of a sudden feel a ton of pressure to come up with an idea.
The thing is, it's hard. I can't remember who submitted at one point.
If you don't come up with one right now, we're actually kicking you off the show, and you're not allowed to tell us your research that you spent at least 5 hours on.
Yeah, right. How about a beer?
That's a good start.
That tastes like, it's like a
Tastes like
beer flavor.
Disappointing your parents.
It's like
A beer that tastes like...
when you after it rained and it you just step outside, you get that
Yeah.
smell in your mouth.
Petrichor?
Smell of rain.
The smell of rain. The beer
Petrichor.
what?
Yeah, what?
Petrichor.
What?
The name of that smell.
A beer that tastes like petrichor.
Explain that.
It's the smell after it rains.
What is petrichor?
It's
Well, now you're going to have to make me look up the details of it.
Well, you can't just drop a word like that and not tell me what it is.
Well, I watched Doctor Who. I'm sorry.
a weird flex, but okay.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that is, but I guess if the smell of rain is actually like a thing, that's very
It's absolutely a
interesting
thing.
to me.
Petrichor, a pleasant smell that frequently accompanies the first rain after a long period of warm, dry weather.
Yeah, so make a beer that tastes like that.
All right. I don't even know how you bottle that.
Well, come on, Dave.
Figure it out.
I thought you were the beer guy.
Evidently not. I don't know what I would do there. But I do. So I know I'm going to make certain things. Like I know I want to make that vanilla orange IPA again.
Okay.
I want to make that the Bananas Foster Ale again. I have lots of ideas, but it'd be nice to try something new. So yeah, we still.
Kumquat.
Bananas foster the people.
That would be a good
That's not bad. Yeah, so
I'm sure that somebody's already thought of that.
they might have.
Yeah.
David.
I'm not that
Yes.
original.
Kumquat.
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 That's
Kumquat.
Trisha's thing, isn't it?
It is.
For some reason, she kept saying it and making herself
It's
laugh.
like in the
one
car
night.
with Chris one day, and she just kept saying "kumquat" and laughing.
I mean, it's kind of funny.
It
And
is a
it
funny
is,
word.
It's a
it's one of
funny
those.
word.
I mean, if you say a word enough anyway,
Oh,
it like
yeah.
dissociates in your
Right,
head,
right,
you know.
right.
But that word is already so weird that you say it like 5 times, and it's already so bizarre.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. Do, 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 do.
The word for that is, I know this because Ben has told me like 10 times, is semantic satiation. Yeah.
Oh, that good old Ben.
Ben knows everything about everything.
He does.
But yeah, I guess that's it. Email us, goosechasepodcast@gmail.com.
Or you can comment on the Facebook. Dave won't see it, but I will tell him about
Yeah,
it.
still off Facebook.
Yeah, I don't know if you've actually said that on here. I alluded to it on the Facebook, but I didn't
I
put
don't
a
know if I
fine
did.
point on it.
I feel like it's good to like just let people know you quit Facebook because I do have this anxiety that like everyone thinks I blocked them. You know? Because like you wouldn't know the difference.
I can see that. Yeah.
You know? So like just people being like, yeah, what'd I say?
Right.
You know? Like I don't want that happening in the world. I don't want to do that.
You just wanted you wanted to block everybody. You thought it'd be more efficient to just leave the thing entirely.
We just left.
That is kind of what I did. I blocked every person on Facebook.
Even the people that you're not friends with.
Man, Dave, you're a genius.
What an asshole.
What an asshole.
Well, you say asshole, I say genius.
That's silly. Anyway, I guess this is a good time to take a break, right?
If you say so.
I insist.
Oh.
I'm not leaving it up to you.
Okay.
Good.
I thought I was.
All right.
Dave, I just noticed you forgot to hide the hammer.
What? Oh, the hammer. For the hammering.
For the jam.
You know what? It finally went somewhere. I'm happy. Man,
Well,
what a callback. Thank you, Chris.
There actually is a hammer over there.
oh, yeah. For those not in this room right now, there's a hammer in the
All
corner.
right. I'm
It
just going
is
to
slightly hidden, and I
Yeah.
looked at it and went, "Oh my god,
That's really funny.
I'm just going to go and get between Dan and that hammer, and when we come back,
Oh, why
we'll
would
have
you
a
do
minute
that?
segment for this episode.
And hopefully Dan will still be alive to tell us about it."
Why do you say it like that?
All right, we'll be back. Stay tuned. And we're back.
And we're back.
Yes.
And I'm back too.
Dan's also back.
I don't know what you guys were talking about that jam earlier, but I still haven't seen any.
No, there's
Yeah.
there's no jam in this room right
yeah,
now.
we don't
Okay.
have to.
No.
talk
Well,
about
maybe
that.
later.
Yeah,
Yes, maybe later.
maybe later.
Such a dumb joke. I love it. All right. So main segment time.
Main segment time.
I'm excited.
What do you guys got for us this week? What do you guys got?
If we hadn't been clear about this and you came in and we're just like, all right, so what do you guys got? That would have been
We'd
a
have
really
to
shitty.
immediately stop the episode.
Yeah, the show would be over. It's just it.
It would. Me and Dave would look at each other in panic and go, "Shit."
Wah, wah.
All right, yeah, but I did actually bring I
I
brought
could vamp about Scientology for a little bit.
Yeah, that's true. Which we've never done. Actually,
We haven't done it as a
That's
topic.
interesting.
We've mentioned it several times.
We've skirted around it because so many people have done so much more on Scientology.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's because I know so much about it, it's really hard to like distill it down for me.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Banksy.
Oh, sweet.
Oh shit.
So here's the thing: everybody knows Banksy,
Yes.
but like nobody knows Banksy.
I am so excited.
Yeah. So
Oh my god, that's so cool.
yeah. So for those who don't know, if you are listening, you don't know who Banksy is. He is a graffiti artist. Like
Yeah.
basically the most famous graffiti artist there is now.
Yeah, right.
So much so that he's transcended from being a graffiti artist to actually being an artist.
Yeah, right.
And having his work respected.
Possibly the first
worldwide.
time ever.
Yeah, possibly. Like the closest one to him would be like Shepard Fairey.
He's the other guy I think of.
He's the other guy.
He's the Obey guy.
He's the Obey guy. Yeah, he's the one who did the Obama Hope poster.
Yeah, right.
That was Shepard Fairey. But Banksy, his work is a little bit more subversive and a little bit more like biting political statements and stuff like that.
Yeah, I feel like I remember some like lots of pieces like where like rats are doing like human things.
Yeah, his a lot of his first stuff was involving rats. Which he said that somebody pointed out to him is like, oh, that's really clever because rat is an anagram of art, and he had to kind of like nod his head and like, oh yeah, I totally thought of that beforehand. But it was just that he thought rats were kind of fun.
Yeah, right.
So like I've done a lot of research on Banksy, not just for this show, but also when I was in school, I did a thing on him as well.
Yeah.
But that was like 8 years ago, so he's done more stuff since then.
You mean his life has continued on in a forward trajectory for the past 8 years?
After I did a school project on him, he continued doing other stuff. Yeah, it's amazing, right? What nerve.
He didn't hear about that and then like jump into like a cryo chamber.
Yeah.
Because he's done enough.
Well, Dan did a project on me, so now it's all over from here. I'm done. That about sums me up.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, I don't really know where to start necessarily.
Yeah, right.
Because I have like a full like rundown of everything he's done in his whole life. But yeah, essentially,
like people who do, or if they're not sure, they recognize his artwork. Like a good example would be the girl with the balloon.
Yes, that's probably his most recognizable thing. It's basically just a girl with a balloon floating into the sky.
Yeah,
we already talked about the rat stuff earlier, and then he's just done so much stuff. His work kind of spans so many different topics. It's very eclectic.
Yeah,
he's also an Academy Award nominated filmmaker.
Right.
Which is kind of crazy
because of the documentary on him, right?
Yeah, well, it wasn't on. He made a documentary on the guy who was making a documentary about him. It's honestly a great movie.
That's really funny, and I did not know that happened.
Yeah, it's really great, and it's actually a really good documentary. Hence the Academy Award nomination. But yeah, he went from being a common vandal to having his work sold in art auctions for millions of pounds, and being nominated for Academy Awards and stuff like that. So,
and he's still an unknown entity, right? Like we don't know his actual identity.
Well, I'm gonna get to that part. Spoiler alert. That's gonna be part of this a little bit.
Yeah, but yeah, I knew you would have to talk about that. Obviously.
Yeah, and honestly, he's done a very good job of keeping himself anonymous. But there's been several people trying to figure out who he is.
Yeah. I know there's some leads.
Yeah, there's some leads. And I'll get to that.
I think of a couple people when I think of like people who've done this thing. I think of Chris Simpson's artist.
Okay.
Do you know of Chris Simpson's artist?
He's a guy you probably would recognize from Facebook. He does these really grotesque illustrations.
Usually like it's like somewhat humanoid figures, but then they have like a really long limb or something.
Okay.
Like and they're just bizarre, and sometimes they'll have like little blurbs of like advice or like something like that, and it's always very strange. He has a couple books that he wrote, and in one there's one that's just a book about life, and so he talks about childbirth, and there's an image of the baby inside the mom. That's Chris Simpson's artist.
All right.
And then there's Chuck Tingle.
Chuck Tingle.
With his famous Chuck Tinglers.
The author of those Tinglers, those weird erotic novels about things like Triceratops or raptors or Bigfoot or Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I think we talked about that before, either just when we were hanging out or on a other podcast.
That guy has a podcast as well, where he has celebrities read his Tinglers.
Cool.
one of the McElroys read one of those.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
And then there's a guy that people are reportedly calling the Banksy of photography. He's just like he takes like nature photos, but he doesn't want people to know who he is because he just wants to be able to live his life.
Sure.
But he took like a really famous picture of his black lab that like his dog went on a walk and he came home and he was like napping on the couch and he took a picture and it's like everywhere.
Well, obviously, Banksy wanted to remain anonymous for legal reasons.
Yeah, that makes sense in that case.
His medium is the city around him and the very walls that everyone sees every day.
Yeah.
Which is, started as just being, this cool thing he did with his friends. So when he was 14, he basically did, freehand graffiti art like you would see on the walls in New York and stuff like that. It was popular at the time.
Yeah.
Kind of growing up in the early 90s and things like that. And then he talks about, or he's been interviewed a couple different times, and he's published a few books, one of which that I own. I brought with me today if you guys want to see the stuff in there. It talks about in there how he was never very good at being able to freehand spray paint. He was just always slow, and the work was kind of sloppy. He couldn't really like plan out his tag before he did it, so it ended up being like letters too close together or too far apart. It just didn't look very good. So he talks about in that book about how one night when he was out, tagging with his friends, the cops were coming for them, and his friends got away, but he had to like hide underneath a van. And I forget what kind of van it was. It was like a trash truck or something like that. And he was hiding under there, like waiting for the cops to leave him alone. And he noticed how like the words on one of the panels below it were stenciled on there.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I could actually do that. I could just stencil my art and make it a lot bigger and do it a lot faster, and it would look a lot better because it would be more easily reproduced. So he basically went from doing like freehand spray painting to, cutting out stencils and using that. And that became his whole approach. Yeah. And that's kind of what he kind of revolutionized when it came to graffiti art and street art in general, is being able to do a repeated like pattern and things like that.
I bet people were really on the fence about that. I bet there were some strong reactions that's not really like
not
true
what it's
graffiti.
about. But also, if you think about it, there needs to be more forethought if you're doing that, right? You're thinking about it a lot more if you're creating an art piece and then making a stencil of it and then carrying it with you. And it's obviously a thoughtful thing.
Yes.
Yeah, and I don't think it was doing all my research, I never saw anybody like claiming this was not the right thing to do, because again, these guys are just they're vandals. They're just doing things to do it. They're just they're just trying to do this thing they think is cool. Yeah. So there's not like there's no
wrong way to do that.
there's no pretension when it comes to graffiti art. It's just like you do the thing, because the thing is, like, he talks about this a lot, is like he would do a tag and it'd be up there for like 12 hours and it would get covered up with something else, because that's the whole idea. It's like it's a temporary medium.
Yeah, it's ephemeral.
Yeah, it's just like
it's like a mandala.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Is that what they call this?
Yeah, a mandala. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you just blow it away when you're done.
It's made out of. You know what that is, right?
I don't know what that is.
It's done a lot by monks, but they traditionally make them out of sand, and then once they're completed, they clear it away.
Okay.
And the point is that it's supposed to be the enjoyment and pride of doing it, not the memorialization of it.
Right.
So once you've completed it, you wipe it away. So there's something kind of zen about knowing that your work is going to be destroyed and doing it anyway.
And that's kind of the craziest thing about how he really became famous, is because, when he started doing all this stuff, it was kind of when the internet was also catching on and people were using that for other things as well. So in the past, if you did a tag, it would be up there for a couple hours, maybe a day or two, and you get covered up by something else, by somebody who is actively getting rid of graffiti, or just other taggers covering up your stuff.
Yeah.
But now that the internet was a thing, people could take a picture of that and then like share it online, and it kind of lived in this secondary space on the internet.
That's interesting.
So that's really where like he kind of came around at the perfect time for this sort of movement to catch on.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's interesting. I never thought about it that way.
Yeah. So he grew up in Bristol, and that's where he kind of lived for most of his life in his teenage years. Okay. And that's where a lot of his graffiti came from, because apparently the area he lived in Bristol, there was a graffiti artist that had kind of started up around there, going by the moniker 3D. Which apparently became one of the founding members of the band Massive Attack, from the same area. And he was doing that, and he thought this was really cool. So that's kind of where he started, because graffiti was a big thing in that area. Yeah. And then he moved to London in 2000 and kind of picked up his stuff there.
2000, huh?
Yeah.
I guess I might have missed this part, but like, at what point did he start doing the stencil artwork?
It was around when so it's a little nebulous, because they don't really talk too much about, because obviously he wants to remain as anonymous as possible. He doesn't really talk much about where he was at a certain point.
Right.
But basically he said when he was around 18, and, doing my research, things like that, they were saying like most of his more notable works were starting to pop up around like 1997 or so.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
like in Bristol, like probably around then was when he was 18 years old or so.
Okay.
And then in 2000 he moved to London, and that's where he started to really see that a lot more prominently because it's a bigger city.
Sure.
There's more stuff he could do there. And he started kind of thinking more about, viewing this as actual art instead of just, tagging and things like that. So he and a couple of his compatriots, I guess you could say, in London, fellow graffiti artists, they actually held a graffiti art exhibit in a tunnel next to a pub in 2001.
That's sweet.
They said they went in there wearing like orange construction vests and like painted all the walls white, because it looked official and things like that.
Yeah, right.
And then they went in there and basically like put up their artwork. And then just like grabbed a couple of beers and played music out of a van, and they had like 500 people show up to this art exhibit.
That's a really cool idea.
Yeah. It was like the first time that they were starting to think about this as a real art form instead of just vandalism or things like that.
I like the idea of like a guerrilla art exhibit.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It was just like word of mouth, like just people figuring out that this is where it's going to be at. And it's just like a really cool idea. And the thing that I noticed a lot researching this is he's a very kind of self-loathing in a way. He's very like self-deprecating.
Right.
He doesn't really think too highly of himself.
Okay.
Which is really interesting considering how the rest of the art world and the rest of the world kind of latched onto him.
Yeah, he's like super legit.
Yeah. But also he's very collaborative. Like he definitely wants to incorporate as many other people like him around him as possible to make sure that it's not just him. He wants to make sure that other people get recognition as well.
He doesn't take himself too seriously, and he's
Definitely
okay
not.
with sharing
Yeah,
the attention.
Definitely not. And if you like, that's another reason why people really latch on to his art, because it is kind of like biting social commentary, but there's an element of humor there.
Yeah.
that you don't really see with a whole lot of other art. A lot of his artwork is very funny.
Yeah.
Even if it's maybe lowbrow humor, it's still. It still makes a joke about.
There's something to be
political it
said
is.
for lowbrow humor.
Yeah,
like
right.
we poo-poo it, but it's funny for a reason.
We poo-poo lowbrow
And I'll
humor.
definitely show you guys like some of the artwork in the book later, just to make a better example of that. But
Yeah, I can only think of like a handful of Banksy pieces. I'd like to see a collection of them.
oh yeah, and like I'll show you the book right now.
Let's make struggle sounds.
It's a big book.
Wow.
There's a
Wow,
lot to
that's
it.
cool.
Yeah.
Wall and
It's called Wall and Peace. Yeah. Again, just an element of his humor, obviously parodying War and Peace.
Yeah, that's great.
PIECE.
Wall and
Peace. But yeah, I'll just pass it around if you guys want to look into
Yeah,
that.
sure.
I'm
Just have a
talking about Screw Up.
quick look.
Yeah, it's but that's one of like 5 books that he published as well of
That's
various collection of works. Yeah, that's it. Now, Wall and Peace is actually it's like his first 3 books and then some new stuff for this one in that book that he did.
Yeah.
But just a lot of really cool, like really good quality photos of his artwork and stuff like that, and also like little excerpts from things that he said and that stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's done a lot of really awesome stuff for sure. But yeah, that was in 2001 when he did that art exhibit there. And let's see. He also talks about how like one of the things that he likes about doing graffiti and vandalism stuff like that is he can take like a statue that everyone looks at every day and just ignores. And by putting a traffic cone on the head of the guy in the statue, all of a sudden it's like a brand new thing that people have never experienced before.
Yeah, I get the sense of that out of some of his work is like he'll take a ordinary. I just flipping through there, I was reminded that he'll do things like label like a dumpster a picnic area.
Yeah,
with like an official looking stamp.
right.
like,
He'll take some mundane thing that everyone sees every day and just makes it interesting, and that's like one of the coolest things about.
it's really like creating
what he
magic out of ordinary.
It really
things.
is, yeah. There's a quote that he made during an interview once. He said, "The holy grail is to spend less time making the picture than it takes for people to look at it." So it's
Wow.
so if he can like put something up on a wall within a couple of minutes,
Yeah.
and then people are like standing around staring at it for and like sharing on the internet, things like that.
Yeah.
It's something really really magical about that. There's
so cool.
In the book. There's a couple things on there where he actually lists how long it took him to put some of the stuff up there because they're in like especially challenging places where things would be really easy to notice.
Yeah.
Where people get to it and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then he actually did his own like guerrilla exhibit as well. After that tunnel thing happened, he called it Turf War in 2003, where he rented out a warehouse in London and just basically put up a bunch of his stuff in there, and then like spread the word around that was happening.
That sounds familiar to me. I think I remember when that happened.
Yeah, well, it was a pretty big deal, especially because he had several live animals that were painted in there.
Oh my god.
Because a lot of his stuff is like shock value.
Yeah, right.
You know, when you walk into like an art exhibit and you see a pig painted like a police officer, it's very much like,
Oh, here we go.
like,
Oh
holy
my
shit.
god, that's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like advertising for the exhibit. He painted on the sides of cows.
Yeah.
In a
These,
field.
I think these are goats, and it's
Yeah.
Turf War and Banksy and a skull and crossbones, each on a different goat.
Yeah. And obviously that riled up a lot of the animal rights activists and stuff like that. But yeah,
Right.
the crazy thing about this is like he is very much an animal rights activist.
Yeah.
He made sure that was done, responsibly and stuff.
Yeah.
That's my favorite.
Well, I'm sure that he used materials in such a way as to not cause harm to any animal.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
But people just like have like a gut reaction to that thing.
And that's exactly what he's going for.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's to draw that out of people for sure. So he let's see, I'm just reading it on here, more of my notes. But yeah, he had pigs painted in police colors, sheep in concentration camp stripes, and a cow with Andy Warhol's face painted on it at this turf war exhibit. And that's the really interesting about Banksy, I think, is that he doesn't just stop at painting things on walls. He goes and does like, I think that what's really makes him like a modern artist more than just a street artist.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's my favorite.
The one on the left is one of my favorite things. It's basically a series of cones that have been cut off.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're sinking into the asphalt they're setting on.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
And then
visual.
the one next to it is a bunch of cones all together making like a.
It looks like a sea urchin.
It's like-
It
yeah,
looks like a
spiky
giant sea
structure.
urchin.
yeah. It's really, really cool looking stuff.
Yeah.
But that's the thing I really like. I think that's why a lot of people respect him too, is because he goes beyond just the medium he started at and is like, all right, what other cool stuff can I do?
Yeah.
With common objects and things like that.
I feel like a lot of artists like to talk a game of like art being like this thing that like can like transcend just like like being linked to its medium or like everything being on canvas. Anything can be art, people like to say. But
Right.
like I really do think
He really
there's-
challenged that notion.
yeah,
For sure.
like the idea of taking these really super ordinary things and turning them into something you have to like stop and appreciate.
I really appreciate his sense of humor.
Yeah, it's great. It really is. And it's also, again, a lot of it is because of that social commentary he's making at the same time as like making a joke about it, which is really cool. And then because no one was going to hang his stuff in a real museum, he took it upon himself later that year in 2003. He actually framed a few paintings he had made where he had taken paintings he had found and then he stenciled things onto them. So there was
Saw a couple of those in there.
yeah, so there's a painting of it was like a idyllic landscape, and he basically stenciled like police line do not cross in front of it. And he framed that, and he took that to the Tate Museum in England and put some glue on it and hung that on the wall.
Just put it on the wall
as an exhibit. Yeah, and it made up a little like title, like a little card for it, like you see in the museum, and put it right next to it.
Yeah, that's
make
like the
it-
equivalent of going to a movie rental store and leaving the movie you produced on the
Exactly.
shelf.
Yeah. And that's exactly what it is. Like, well, no one's gonna reach out to me to put this out there, so I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And he did that at the Tate Museum in London. He also went to the Louvre in Paris, and he put up a picture of Mona Lisa but he put like a yellow smiley face in front of her face. And then he also went to the Met in New York and put up a picture. That one was of it was a portrait of a woman, and then he painted like a gas mask over her face.
Wow,
and put it up there as well.
I saw another one. It was like another landscape, and then he had like a security camera,
Yeah.
like a pole that has like the 3 security cameras facing different
man.
directions in the middle of it.
Yeah, and it's like it's also like really well done too. Like that's the crazy thing is he's actually a good painter.
Yeah.
It makes it look like it fits in the painting. There's a Monet he painted over, and he actually painted because it's like I don't know what it's called, but it has like a river and there's a bridge in the background, and in the river he painted shopping carts and like traffic cones in there. He painted it in the style of Monet, so it fit in the painting, which
That's
is really
awesome.
really impressive. And so it's like that's the crazy thing is like he's a really good artist and also like really clever in the way he does it and putting his own stuff in museums.
You can definitely get a sense of like what all of this means to him, like what his commentary is.
Yeah.
You know, sort of just like this like a modern like urban decay of things. You know, like that theme seems to kind of like reemerge.
For sure, yeah.
You might get to this, and feel free to like ignore the question until you get to it if that's the case. But I'm just sitting here wondering, like, obviously he's anonymous for a good reason, but is he able to make a living off of this? Is there a way that he has monetized it? I mean, he's made like the documentary and obviously books.
So up until this point, and getting this in a little bit, it's very much implied that he doesn't need the money.
Yeah.
Because he hasn't, and I'll get to this at some point, because he does end up being able to sell his art for a lot of money later on. But he's always been kind of weird about it, and he's always kind of made it clear that he gives a lot of it away to social causes, and maybe he uses that money to fund other projects he's doing later. But he's often said that he doesn't actually need the money, and that's why it's always like, all right, what does this guy actually do that he can afford to do this?
Yeah.
Right.
But it's very clear that his
risk, like, it is against the law.
Yeah.
So risking that and being okay with like, okay, if I do get caught, I have the money to handle it. And then also, like, I don't need to make profit off of this.
Yeah, I also read that he had been arrested and he spent time in prison when he was a younger, but it was before he started doing the stuff as Banksy. So it was before he started doing it. I guess he got good enough at avoiding the cops that it hadn't become an issue yet.
Okay.
Which is, says something about him, I guess, as well. But yeah, it's very clear that, through all this, he doesn't really seem to necessarily need to get any money from it.
Okay.
Nor is he asking for it. So in August 2004, he produced a large quantity of spoof British 10-pound notes, replacing the Queen's head on there with Princess Diana.
Oh my God.
And changing the text from Bank of England to Banksy of England.
Is that illegal?
It's forgery.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because that definitely would be
counterfeiting.
forgery here.
Yeah, forgery. He went to a music festival and he basically went into a crowd and just like threw up a pile of them. And he noticed that people were using those and like buying stuff with them at the festival.
Oh, no.
Because, and he explains this actually in the documentary. He talks about this in there, but he explains that like when you see it like crumpled up, you don't really think of it as anything other than just a $10 or 10-pound note.
If it was perfectly crisp and not folded, you would look at it and go, this is brand new. This is funny money.
Yeah. But it would be like crumpled up and it just, people, you don't pay attention when you're grabbing, obviously if you're at a music festival, there's a lot of other people that need to pay for stuff.
What is their money made out of? Is it paper?
I assume it's the same thing ours is made out of, like that
Ours is cotton.
Cotton.
like paper stuff. I assume it's probably the same thing.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
I didn't do that much research.
Sorry, I wasn't expecting you to. I was just thinking about it.
Frankly, I'm a little disappointed you don't know the composition of a British, 100-pound.
All right, well, I guess, it's been fun, guys. I guess we'll see you later. And then he also he used, because he made a ton of these, and he's like, well, shit. I mean, this is actually very, very illegal.
Yeah, that's why I was like,
because like he explains like you could go to jail for like 10 years for that.
Yeah.
He it is like you see it in the documentary, like in his studio, he just has like boxes of these in there. He's like, I don't know really know what to do with them anymore because like it's But apparently he actually, because everyone knew it was Banksy, he frames cutouts of them, and like during some sort of memorial for Princess Diana, they went off to auction and made a ton of money there as well. So
that's nice.
Yeah, it's like he's again very good at using his platform to be socially conscious and actually make something good out of it.
Yeah,
which is kind of crazy for a street artist.
Yeah, it's like I don't need a whole lot of reasons to love the guy, but that's just like extra reasons.
Yeah. It's really, really cool. And then in August 2005, he made a trip to Palestine, and he tagged the wall between Israel and Palestine.
Yeah.
And like I don't know if you saw them in the book, but they're in there, and like the things he does are really beautiful and also like really good, like on the nose, like oh shit stuff. So like the one that he did in there that I really like, it's basically like it's two kids looking at what is like a hole in the wall, and the other side of it is like this beach paradise sort of scene. Yeah. And it's really striking because everything is black and white except for the image on the other side of the wall. It's this like beautiful blue sky, green trees, and things like that. And then the other one I really like that's a lot more subtle is basically he just painted like the cutout lines you see on things where you're supposed to like cut things out. It's like cut out around like a segment of the wall with like little scissors on there. Again, it's like super subtle, but like a really genius commentary on the thing. Another really good one where he basically like painted a ladder from the top of the wall all the way down.
Yeah.
At the bottom of it's like a kid like kneeling down like to give someone a boost up. Which is again like really, really beautiful, like great commentary on it, and it's like oh man, that's like really cool.
And including imagery of children as an extra, a stroke of like clever commentary, right?
Yeah, because like children have that inherent innocence about them. It's like what do they think about all this?
And, and I think it also it makes people think about the future and recontextualize things when they're thinking of okay. I've only been thinking of how this has impacted me,
right,
and not people who have no bearing on the situation.
Exactly. Yeah. And there's an excerpt of it in the book as well. But he mentions as he's doing this, one of the locals there comes up to him while he's doing this, like, you're really making this wall beautiful. He's like, oh, thanks, I appreciate that. He's like, you should stop. I hate it.
Thanks, I hate it.
A literal thanks, I hate it, because like they really hate that wall, and be putting this beautiful art up on there. Makes them think about it in a different way, but also makes them think about that wall. Yeah, which is exactly what he's trying to do. It's like it's a really brilliant, excellently executed like commentary on the whole thing.
God, that's amazing. Really, it is.
It really is.
I really like that he got a literal in-person thanks I hate it.
Literal thanks I hate it. Yeah,
that's great.
And then in 2006, in September, he had his first U.S. show. In Los Angeles called Barely Legal. And this is where like Banksy really blew up, where he really like launched into the social consciousness of like who this guy actually is.
Yeah, like he got outside the art world and into the world, right?
Yeah, because like at this art show, like huge celebrities were there. Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, big celebrities, were there in 2006. And like the highlight of the show was he had a literal elephant in the room. So like all the walls in the warehouse that this was set up in were painted red with gold fleur-de-lis on them. Yeah. And the elephant was also painted red with those fleur-de-lis. So like a literal elephant in the room painted to match the walls of the room. Yeah. So that you wouldn't notice it.
That's fantastic.
And of course, like those again, it's the same animal rights activists were all up in arms about it.
Sure.
But like it was exactly the point he was trying to make. Is like everyone's paying attention to this when there's other like bigger problems that everyone should be paying attention to. So they actually had like little note cards handed out, for people viewing that specific exhibit, talking about how like the literal elephant in the room and how everyone like there's like 50 billion people living in poverty, or not 50 billion. That's stupid. 50 million, like 80 million people living in poverty around the world, and no one's talking about it. Like it's just like everyone's here for this fancy art show or whatever.
Yeah, right.
And there's a literal elephant in the room, which again, like, it's just like right in line with what the sort of stuff he does.
Yeah, there's really like nobody like him.
Really not. Yeah.
I kind of really appreciate the idea of him being like, why are you paying attention to me? Go pay attention to this thing that needs your attention.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's great because he gets it. Like there's very few people that get it. This guy totally does.
Yeah.
Also, while he was in Los Angeles, he took a trip to Disneyland. And in 2006 was right when all the like the Guantanamo Bay shit was like really blowing up.
Yeah.
And he hid in his bag a blow up doll that was dressed in like an orange prison jumpsuit with like a black bag over his head. And he went to Disneyland, went to one of the rides, blew the blow up doll up, hopped the fence into the area of the ride, and like hung that on one of the fences there. And it was like tied up.
So people would pass it on the ride.
While they're on the ride.
Oh my God.
And again, because, you're at Disneyland, everything's great.
Yeah.
But there's like innocent people getting murdered in Guantanamo Bay.
Yeah, right.
You should pay attention to this shit. And again, like it really like excellent commentary. Now the crazy thing is like Disney has that shit on lock. So that was only up there for like 90 minutes.
Right. But that's impressive by itself.
Yeah.
The 90 minutes is quite a long time, like for Disney. I'm kind of surprised.
Right. And there's a whole like segment in the documentary about this as well, which is really, really good to watch. I highly, highly recommend.
What's the name of the documentary?
I'm getting to it.
All right.
Maybe I should just mention now. It's called Exit Through the Gift Shop. I'll definitely get to it later.
It was on Netflix for a while, but I don't know if it is.
Yeah.
I remember the name, I think, because it was on Netflix, but I didn't watch it.
It's really good. I actually own it on DVD. I brought it with me tonight in case you guys want to watch it.
Nice.
But it is a little late tonight, but maybe you'll get to it later.
Yeah.
Where am I at?
Was that Turning Japanese?
No, it's never that. Yeah, so after this huge success of an art show, there started to become like a Banksy effect, where all of a sudden the art world was turning their attention to other street artists and things like that.
Yeah.
And it's all because of him. And there's no other like better proof of that than when his work was going to auction. So in February 21st and 22nd, 2007, a number of his works were auctioned at Sotheby's. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Sotheby's
In London. And the combined total of the works that were sold in just those 2 days was £372,000.
Wow.
This is in 2007, like when he was just like first really started to get the attention of people.
I wonder what that is in today money.
In today America money.
Today America money. But yeah, so like went from relative obscurity, you had a couple little shows, couple like cheeky jokes and things like that, to all of a sudden selling his artwork for hundreds of thousands of pounds.
Monies.
Yeah. Monies. You saw me almost say monies. It's really funny.
I saw it.
So many monies.
The most monies.
We haven't mentioned it yet, but Dan and I actually have the same brain.
Yeah, it's true. It's kind of scary that it hasn't come up yet. We were just repressing it.
It feels like
keep
there's
the show
no
on rails.
It is known.
Each is known.
And again, because he's so like self-aware and self-deprecating, after the second day of those auctions, because Banksy actually does have a website which he updates. It's one of the few like public facings he has. He updated it with a new image of an auction house scene showing people bidding on a picture that said, "I can't believe you morons actually buy this shit."
I think I remember hearing about that.
So like,
that's so good.
He gets it. He understands. Like, he's like,
I know what I'm thinking of. The recent thing he did.
I'm sure we'll get to that.
Definitely get to that. Yeah, because that's a much bigger deal.
Yeah,
which is crazy. Another good example of his art going for crazy money is in 2008. There was a couple in Norfolk, England, that were deciding to sell their mobile home, and it had a 30-foot mural of Banksy's work on there that he had done like years before.
Wow.
And basically, like Banksy like approached the couple and he's like, "Hey, I really want to paint something on your mobile home. Like it's just he wants to do that there." And he, as a thank you to that couple, he gave them tickets to Glastonbury. So that mobile home that was purchased 11 years from 2008 is when they bought it. They purchased for £1,000.
Yeah.
They sold it in 2008 for £500,000 because it had Banksy's work on it.
It's the golden touch.
It really is, and it's insane. Like, who would have thought?
And also, what a gift to them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure at that point he kind of knew because he was selling art at auctions.
This was before he was even a thing.
Oh, okay.
He had painted this before he was even a known artist.
Right.
Oh.
So like that's the crazy part is like because they know it's a Banksy, it went from being $1,000 or £1,000 mobile home to £500,000.
And the thing is, I bet it's only gained value since.
Probably,
I bet it's only more valuable.
Also, potentially some rare people who have met with Banksy in person,
exactly,
right? Like,
Yeah. Not too many people
that knew who he was. So that's also really cool too. It's also really cool. Like in the book, they show some pictures of this of like some of his tags going up on walls, and then within hours not being covered up with other paint, but being covered up with like protective coating to like preserve it. It's like this really insane reversal of what you would think graffiti is. Which is really really cool seeing it being respected that much. So yeah, in January 24th, 2010, Exit Through Gift Shop debuted at the Sundance Film Festival. Basically this is I mentioned this earlier. It's a documentary about a guy who wanted to make a documentary about Banksy. So
I didn't realize that actually, because I haven't seen it either. I thought it was that guy's documentary.
Well, so Banksy directed it and did a fair amount of editing on it. But it's not about him. I mean, there's parts of it that are showing him working and stuff like that because it's all included. But it's basically a really good like history of street art being recognized as real art. And like the evolution of that. And then also, what's the guy's name? I should have wrote it down.
Oh, well, the documentary guy.
Terry Guetta. Was the guy who was. Basically, he was a French immigrant to the United States. He was living in Los Angeles, and he was obsessed with the idea of filming everything. So he had a video camera he took with him everywhere and filmed every minute of his life, basically. Really eccentric, interesting guy. And just so happened to be the cousin of a famous French street artist named Space Invader. So he went back to France to visit family on a vacation, and is hanging out with his cousin, and his cousin's like making all these. They call him Space Invader because he would do like these tile mosaics of characters from Space Invader, the video game.
I think I remember seeing that on the internet.
And he would like go around and like paste them up on walls and things like that. So he was just like hanging out with his cousin, and he saw him doing it. He's like, "Oh man, this is really cool. What are you doing?" And he's like, "I don't really want to talk about it too much." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's fine. What are you doing?" And so like he basically accompanied his cousin Space Invader going around France or Paris or wherever they're at, and like putting up those tags and things like that. And he has like video footage of all of it because he just takes his camera around and everywhere. So it's like the perfect like setup for a documentary about this stuff.
Sure.
And then like the crazy thing is like through Space Invader, he meets all these other hugely influential street artists. Eventually making his way, because he lived in Los Angeles originally. When he went back to Los Angeles, his cousin told Shepard Fairey about him, and then he was hanging out with Shepard Fairey and helping him out with putting up his artwork and things like that. And then he kept hearing about Banksy, all, like everyone talking about him. And he's like, "Oh man, I gotta find this guy, I gotta meet this guy." And obviously Banksy is notoriously elusive. And
for plenty of good reasons.
Plenty of good reasons.
Covered
and also you kind of get the opinion that he is not a very social person either. Like he kind of seems, it's kind of like the perfect fit for him. He can be famous without actually being out there, and he can be kind of reclusive while also doing what he loves doing.
Yeah, like there's not too many people who really do this, who like entertain the world or delight the world in total anonymity.
Right. Yeah.
There's just not that many.
Yeah. So like it was just by chance that Banksy was going to visit Los Angeles to do his street art there, and his normal the person who normally helps him out wasn't able to make it. So he had, called up Shepard Fairey in Los Angeles and like asked him like, oh, do you know of anybody here that could help me out?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, there's this guy, Terry, who is, knows every wall. He's, cousins of Space Invader. Like he knows everything about Los Angeles and where to go, like to get the best, locations.
Okay.
And so it's just like a happenstance thing that is like, yeah, call him up and we'll go do this. And then, so like in the documentary, Terry talks about how he's literally like speeding, running red lights to go meet Banksy because he's been waiting for years to actually meet this guy.
Wow.
And like Banksy talks about how he was initially apprehensive about having a guy follow him around with a camera.
Right.
But then he like kind of thought about it. It's like, actually, it's kind of a good idea to like document this stuff because how temporary this art form is.
Yeah.
And then he also realized, well, he can also act as a lookout and make sure that no one's coming and finding me and stuff like that. So they worked out this good partnership together of, being able to, do work together. And he like flew him out to London to help him out with stuff back at home and stuff like that. Took him to his studio and showed him around and things like that. Actually made a pretty good friend with him.
Yeah.
And then he started, kind of realizing he might have been a little more than eccentric and kind of maybe a little crazy.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
Terry had this idea. Is like, oh yeah, I should make all this footage I've been collecting into a street art documentary.
Yeah.
So Terry makes a documentary, and they show a clip of it in Exit Through the Gift Shop.
Yeah.
But it is just the most horrible mess of like 3-second clips, like intercutting with each other.
Oh, so there's no narrative.
There's no narrative, no structure, just like all this mismatched like garbage together. And it's a really funny moment in the documentary because Banksy's in it, but he's like, his face is covered, his voice is modulated, so you don't hear what he actually sounds like.
Yeah.
He just sits back in his chair, is like, yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like he produced something completely unwatchable, but that totally represents the kind of person he is, which is a collector of all of these things.
Exactly, right. Yeah.
And you would see it as a collection of images and events, but not a narrative.
But it was not watchable in any way.
What's really interesting to think about is the fact that that's probably how he sees it all in his head. Like, he's very passionate about it, but that's how it is in his head. It's just like bouncing from one thing to the next, to the next, to the next.
So Banksy kind of realizes like, all right, well, obviously this guy's not going to do it justice. I feel like this is actually a very important thing to have made.
Yeah.
So I'm going to take this monster on and I'm going to do it.
Wow.
And he's like, Terry, just give me all the footage you have. I'll see if I can make something out of it. But in the meantime, go back to LA and try your own hand at making street art. He's like, I want you to go try it yourself and see if you can do something.
Wow.
So while Banksy is focusing on making Exit Through the Gift Shop,
they just switched sides.
essentially, yeah. Which is really interesting. And because Terry is so like, he basically takes everything Banksy says as like law word. Like he idolizes this guy so much.
Wow.
He's like, well, I feel like I've just gotten like an edict from him. I have to go, make the most of this.
Yeah.
And he basically
I wonder what his art's
dives
like.
head first into it. And he's basically like iterating upon everybody he's spent time with.
Yeah.
And none of it is really original. None of it's actually very good.
Yeah.
But because it looks like everyone else's work, it gains popularity.
Sure, like it gets attention.
Yeah, it gets attention. And basically the whole documentary is how, Banksy's kind of created a monster. And it's really interesting because it goes from being this like, it's the history of like the street art movement to then like solely just looking at this guy.
Yeah.
It's a really, again, I highly recommend the movie. If you guys want to borrow it, definitely borrow
I
it.
do want to see it.
It's a great documentary. And it did get nominated for an Academy Award for Best Documentary Feature in 2011.
I do want to watch that sometime.
Yeah, it's really good. Also, like when he got nominated for an Academy Award, this was his response. This is a big surprise. I don't agree with the concepts of award ceremonies, but I'm prepared to make an exception for the ones I'm nominated for. The last time there was a naked man covered in gold in my house, it was me. So again, like,
It's good.
totally not on board with the awards thing, but self-referential humor and kind of making jokes about it and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
right.
That they did not win for that category. It was Inside Job, the one about the financial collapse,
Oh,
okay.
okay.
narrated by Matt Damon. Also a really good documentary if you haven't seen it. But yeah, it was kind of a shock that he got nominated for an Academy Award.
Yeah.
There was all this buzz around like, oh, is he going to be there? He's going to be there. Because
Right.
at the same time the Oscars were going on, there was a bunch of new like Banksy art going up in Los Angeles as like a, kind of like a
It's almost like
A nod
marketing
to
campaign,
it.
sort of.
really
Yeah.
was. Yeah, it really was.
Yeah.
I mean, so yeah. Also took the him and several other editors a year to put that movie together. There was 10,000 hours of footage they had to go through
God,
of just everything that he was filming. It was
that's
just-
so much.
just
How could they
insane.
even have watched it?
It was like him and like he said he had to keep replacing editors because they were losing their minds.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So after Exit to the Gift Shop came out and had its success, he did a couple other shows around the world and things like that.
Yeah.
But the next big one was in 2015 when him and a bunch of other artists came together and they put up Dismaland.
Dismal, like dismal,
Dismaland.
like dismal.
Yeah, like Dismal. It was an intentional like parody of Disneyland.
Yeah.
I think
sort
I
of thing.
remember hearing about that.
And it was really cool because he had like artwork and sculptures from 58 different artists there, but it was also like replete with people walking around wearing mouse ears and
Sure.
like there's like a fake castle they put up in the middle of it was like kind of run down and dilapidated and things like that.
Yeah.
Like kind of looking like what would happen to Disney World if it kind of like fell apart.
Like Disney's like notoriously like their lawyers don't fuck around.
Right,
litigious.
right, and he obviously he chooses his shots purposefully.
Yeah, right.
He really does, and
That's a
also
big
the
one to
fact
take
that
on.
most of the things he does has a very short lifespan.
yeah. This was
because
only
it's
up
the medium
for,
he's used to. But like they could try to be litigious about it, but it's going to be gone in like a day.
True.
So
Yeah, so, but-
what are they going to do?
yeah. This went up for
And also, they don't know his real identity. Who are they going to sue?
right.
True, that helps.
I mean, he actually does have like a small like legal team that kind of acts as his liaison for when he is selling art, for example, or to verify if something is actually his work or not. Because obviously that's the big question when it comes to
I bet.
selling a Banksy is like, did he actually do this?
Yeah, right.
So he does actually have like a small legal team that works for him to make sure that stuff can get verified and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he called it a bemusement park, and it was up for 36 days. He also referred to it as a family theme park unsuitable for children.
That's funny.
Yeah,
like that.
it was really fun. There's the website's still up for it, but it's just a photo slideshow of the different things that happened
Yeah.
there. It's really interesting to look at the stuff that went up there. But because it was it's basically it was like a big outside art show that all these artists could show off their work.
Yeah.
And then in 2017, for the 100th anniversary of the British control over Palestine, Banksy financed himself a hotel that went up in Bethlehem. So he basically
a hotel.
a hotel.
Like an inn?
Yeah, like he bought a building and turned it into a hotel using his own money.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, going back to that wall, every room the windows are facing the wall. So it's
Yeah.
it's
Making
like
them look.
again making them look. And
More importantly, making people who aren't from there most likely.
Exactly.
look.
Yeah. Because it's open to the public. You can anyone can go there and get a room. Every room is designed by Banksy, so it has a lot of his artwork in there.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool environment to be in. There is a
Really cool environment to beat in.
I didn't say that.
But also,
If you're gonna go to that hotel, you're gonna beat off. You're gonna beat off.
It's gonna be really cool.
right. Yeah, it's gonna be
mean
really
to tell me-
cool.
Looking at a real Banksy.
You're looking out the window at
beating
that
off.
wall and
Yeah.
beating it.
Not depressing. Doesn't make you really think about.
I don't want to meet the person
Life.
who goes all that way
Life.
and doesn't beat him.
Right?
Sorry, I've again
Anyway,
done it.
the hotel is called the Walled
Right
Off
off the
Hotel.
tracks.
The what?
The Walled Off Hotel,
Like a Waldorf.
Nice.
like a Waldorf. Yeah.
Very nice.
But yeah, there's even a presidential suite the top floor, but it's still facing the wall. There's also a full art museum exhibit in there that has rotating exhibits of different artists and things like that. So
Yeah.
a lot of local artists from Palestine getting their artwork featured in there, which is also really cool. And it's all staffed by locals. It's locally owned. The owner, the actual owner that is working in the hotel is from Palestine. So it's
it sounds like he did this in the best possible way.
exactly, yeah, and it's really, really crazy. And it's a non-for-profit too. So all the profits go towards improving the area around it, which is just insane. He's making no money from this. It's just
And there's lots of people who could do something like this, but they fucking don't.
exactly. The other cool thing about that is the hotel features a Walmart with stencil. What am I looking for? But it is stenciling supplies and paint,
okay.
so you can make your own stencils to put up on the wall.
Oh my god.
So it's encouraging people to get out there and make it make your own
Draw
art on
people's
the wall.
attention.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So it's a really cool thing you did in 2017. You can still go there if you make your way out there. But yeah, it's really, really neat.
It's so cool.
And then most recently in 2018, this is what you alluded to earlier.
Yeah.
One of his paintings, Balloon Girl, was sold on auction at Sotheby's, however you say that, for 1.04 million pounds.
I remembered it was a lot.
It was a lot of money. And then, as soon as the auction was completed, a alarm rang, and then the painting slid down through the frame it was in into a built-in shredder in the frame and got shredded halfway through.
Yeah.
And then it stopped halfway.
And there's video of it. You
Yep.
can watch yourself.
So on Banksy's Instagram, he actually put the video up, implying he was probably there watching it happen.
Yeah, right.
Because if you do all that for that, you're going to be there for it.
Probably.
And he also put another video on his personal YouTube channel of one of his test runs and the painting going all the way through. So for whatever reason, when it actually happened, it only went halfway through instead of all the way through.
Oh, so it was supposed to go all the way
It
through.
was supposed to be completely destroyed, but it only got halfway destroyed.
Yeah. Either way, kind of good enough.
Yeah, it totally again, point made, absolutely did what he wanted it to do.
Here's the thing, though.
I bet it increased the value of that.
Because Banksy did it, it's still worth something.
Exactly. So exactly what you said, Dave. It's estimated that he added an additional 50% to the value.
Of course.
Yeah.
Because of that.
Yeah, because it's also now tied to the event of that happening.
Exactly, yeah.
The statement is bigger than just the balloon girl in the
Exactly.
frame.
Let's also talk about what an abstract idea it is of putting value on certain things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because it's who it was that did it.
Well,
I could do the same thing and it's worthless.
Right.
It's just such a bizarre idea. I can't wrap my head around it.
And
sometimes.
that's a thing that he talks about a lot, because he obviously gets questioned about it, is how much of it is that are you buying the artwork or are you buying the fact
The
that
artist.
it's the artist associated with it?
Yeah.
I didn't talk about this earlier, but earlier he put on a art show where all of the art was unattributed to anyone. And just to see how much of that would actually be impacted by it.
Yeah.
So yeah, he obviously like plays with that idea a lot.
I love the idea of that.
Yeah,
Of
yeah,
just like come appreciate the art and don't think so much about who did it.
exactly.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But yeah, and that's also like a lot of people, like art critics and things like that, making the point about that stunt that he pulled as being like the first time that art was created at an auction. Because
Oh yeah.
there was
point.
art there, but he made another piece out of the piece that was made
Yeah.
at the auction. As it was being purchased, it
Yeah.
became something completely
It's
different.
undeniably a different thing with
Exactly.
a different that you interpret differently. As a
Exactly.
result.
Yeah. So like really cool stuff he does. Like honestly, outside the box, really interesting ways of looking at art in the world and things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's the thing. Like he is anonymous. Mm-hmm. But obviously there's a lot of people out there who want to know who he is.
Yes.
So-
I remember years ago looking into this a little bit myself. I kind of almost against my own will. There's a curiosity to it.
Yes.
But I find I kind of don't
like
want
you-
to really know
Yeah,
for sure.
you don't want to know because
Yes.
there's something to the mystery
Right.
of it.
And
But
I would honestly consider myself to be a fan of his. I really do enjoy a lot of his work. Like I mentioned earlier, when I was in school doing the project, I picked him because he was an artist that I respected. I really liked his work. At the time, it was like when he was starting to catch steam and become this thing larger than himself.
yeah.
And I really do enjoy his work a lot. So doing this research into finding out who he was kind of hurt me a little bit.
Yeah,
because
right.
It's like, I didn't want to know, but I feel like I'd be doing this show injustice if I didn't go
I
through
had
it.
a similar
so
feeling.
at this point, what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna shut the mics off, and Dan is gonna tell us, but we're not gonna tell you. Guys.
Actually, I should tell you guys.
Spoiler warning for
I
Banksy.
should tell you guys this podcast is currently being destroyed as we create it.
Oh, what?
Yeah, right.
Just like Banksy, except no one cares.
Just like
You're
Banksy, but no
not
one cares
wrong.
is a great
the
subtitle.
Goose Chase story.
That's a great subtitle for this podcast.
That's gonna be the title.
So yeah, there's a couple different theories as to who he might be.
Yeah.
One theory, which has kind of been disproven pretty easily, was that he was 3D, the guy who was the Bristol-based graffiti artist who then went to be a founding member of Massive Attack,
Right.
whose name is actually Robert Del Naja. But yeah, that was pretty easily disproven because they actually are friends in real life, and he was pretty easily be able to
Yeah.
verify that that's not him.
Yeah.
The other person who he was oftentimes attributed as being was Jimmy Hewlett, who was a comic book artist noted for Tank Girl, also for the artistic drawings of gorillas.
Okay.
But again, that ended up being pretty easy to disprove.
Right.
The one that holds a lot more water is a person by the name of Robert Gunningham. Sorry, did I say Robert? Robin Gunningham.
Okay.
Robin Gunningham.
It's okay. Mispronounce it. If it is him, he'll appreciate
Yeah, right.
the misattribution.
There's a lot of evidence that supports this theory. For a couple things. So before he was being known as Banksy, he was known as Robin Banks. Robin Banks. And then he shorted it to Banksy because it was easier to tag.
Yeah,
But
right.
if the guy's first name is Robin, he's going by Robin Banks. Probably
That's
pretty
the
good.
thing I like
circumstantial.
about tags is like, so I'm into roller derby, and it's like
Yeah.
the same idea as roller derby names. Like I love that. Robin Banks would be a roller derby.
Yeah,
name.
yeah.
Like, that's a total derby name right there.
That is.
And then also, just because of like people who know Robin Gunningham, and just by using public information about where somebody lives and things like that, they were able to kind of track a lot of Banksy's movement to Robin's movement. And there was actually a study in 2016 that came out that was using geographic profiling to track the frequency of Banksy's work to the known locations of Robin Gunningham.
Wow.
And it was like there was like a 5% deviation in some places. So lots of evidence there. Now again, like that's just tracking the artwork that was done in London and in where's he from?
He was from Bristol, right?
Bristol, yeah. Just the stuff that was done in London and in Bristol. So there's a lot of, still unknown about it. But the other two people I mentioned, Robert Delnaha and James Hewlett, when they asked Banksy's legal team about it, they outrightly denied it, that those were him. However, when questioned about Robin Gunningham, they were a little bit more can neither confirm nor deny.
Well, hold on, that just doesn't seem smart to begin with, right?
I mean,
but they probably don't feel like they could actually lie about it.
Yeah, you can't just say that you're not somebody.
What they should have done is for everything said we can neither confirm nor deny.
Right. Yeah. But they I don't think they would have ever thought they would be able to get it this close.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Because I mean, otherwise, like ostensibly, like this guy is not a name outside of being Banksy, right? Like, so
yeah. So it's like this. The other thing is like if you Google Robin Gunningham, everything just comes up Banksy. Like it's just like it's just that he has no other association outside of.
What does Robin Gunningham do though? Because it comes back to that whole like he doesn't need the money thing.
Well, that's the thing is like you can't find a spot of this guy anywhere other than being associated with Banksy.
I'm just like I'm racking my brain. Like, does he have family money? Like, who does not need money?
Well, maybe it's not that he doesn't need the money. It's more of like that's not why he's doing it.
Okay.
And then, as you can see, he made a ton of money from it, but he then he put it into other stuff. Like he funded that Dismaland show. He like made a hotel in Bethlehem as a very outward statement about something. So obviously he's either just doesn't feel right taking it.
Yeah.
Or that's just not why he's doing it.
It's just hard to imagine, is this dude working at a gas station somewhere?
Yeah.
It's happening.
And my thing is, like, even there are a lot of people who do something for the passion of it, and they're not necessarily in it to make money, but you need to live. And so it's one of those, like, they reluctantly use the money if they had to. That's why I'm like, how can you, like, just not?
And
I'm sure he does some.
Right.
But like it does seem like he funnels it into either a different cause or into doing whatever's next.
Yeah, it's again, like that's the kind of big mystery is like even knowing what his name probably is, you still don't really know who he is.
Right.
Yeah, the fact that there's nothing out there about him.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Like who can stay that anonymous? Like I can find information about myself on the internet. Like just by Googling my own name, I can find like people associated with me, like my address. Like this stuff is available online.
Yeah, really, the only thing that's known about this guy.
Don't tell people that on our podcast.
I know, but it's true. It's true for everybody.
Yeah, I mean, really, the only things that are known about this guy is that he went to school in Bristol, and he played on the soccer team there, and he was the goalie.
Okay.
That's really all that you can.
You said he played a little footy.
Played a little footy, yeah. There was one interview that was conducted where they described him as like a tall, skinny white guy with a silver chain, a silver tooth, and a silver earring.
Okay,
but that's really all the descriptives they went with him. So yeah, other than that, like he's still a mystery, which is very impressive, even though people know what his name probably is.
Yeah, there are people who know him.
Yeah.
So it's also impressive that like people respect this enough to like
that's the thing,
keep
is,
it
like,
under wraps.
They're all in on it. Like they all respect that. And again, there's a large amount of and there's been a lot of other attempts to find out the identity of who he is. And there's every time something like that comes up, there's this large outcry from the community, not just the art community, but also like the community of Bristol, like where he's from, like being like, no, we don't want to know. Like he's our
the entirety of Bristol steps forward and says, "I'm Banksy."
No, I'm Spartacus.
Exactly.
But yeah, it's just really cool that he's still able to maintain at least some level of anonymity.
That's such a hard word to say.
Wow, I can't do
sea
it.
anemone.
Yeah,
some level of sea anemone.
Some level of sea anemone.
Anemone.
Yeah.
Anemone.
That he's able to
Anemone.
keep his identity somewhat
Is it
hidden.
anemone?
I'm sorry, Dan. It's anemone.
Oh my god!
It is not a sea anemone.
Well, I'm sorry. Jesus Christ, Dave.
Sorry,
You got like legitimately angry.
not angry, but just like, no, it is 100% anemone.
Sorry, I don't say the word anemone enough.
I'm glad that's what we got out of this. I'm glad that's what this turned into.
Wait, so the end conclusion is we still don't know.
Well, it's like 75% sure that's who this guy is. But at the end of the day, like, does the name Robin Gunningham change the fact you don't really know who he is?
No. Yeah, right, exactly. Even if you can tie it to like a guy's name somewhere, it is no less a mystery.
Right.
That's really interesting. And
I think that's a lot of it. A lot of it's calculated on his part. Like once he decided, I'm going to be a graffiti artist, I'm going to be a street artist. Like I need to keep this like hidden so that I don't get in trouble.
Yeah.
One of the interviews asked what his parents thought of all this as he was starting to do more shows and things like that, and he basically said his parents still don't know that it's him.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's unbelievable.
They think he does like interior design.
I mean, it's more like exterior design, but
Right. Hey, I see what you did there. Whoa.
Hey.
All right.
So, Dan, I wanted to share something with you, and I feel like I might have talked about it on the podcast before, but I can't remember.
okay.
All right.
Are you Banksy?
I'm actually Banksy. I know I'm
Well,
only
finally.
31,
Okay.
and I've never been to England, but I'm Banksy.
Well, I'm glad we know.
Yeah.
I thought this was the perfect moment to announce it on a podcast that
What a-
has maybe 40 listeners.
I did all this research and I had no idea.
Anyway, no, the real thing I wanted to share with you is you mentioned like now, instead of like getting covered over immediately, his work is like sometimes preserved.
Right.
And I made me think of an article I'd read at one point that was pretty funny. This guy in Southwest Victoria, he's an artist, and he had been He had been asked by the town. It was a Warrnambool City Council to do like a mural, and he mostly uses chalks.
Okay.
So he decided he needed to like practice on an actual wall.
Okay.
So he went to like a bridge nearby his house to practice. And so he drew a wallaby in pastels on a wall. A wallaby.
A wallaby.
He's Banksy.
What? The wallaby is Banksy.
He drew this wallaby on the wall, and his whole idea was like, I'm gonna go practice. Like, I should probably ask permission, but like, this is gonna be a practice run. I'm just gonna do this, and then the next day I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna wash it off.
Yeah.
So it took him several hours to do it, and the next day he goes back to wash it off, and it's not washing off because in the meantime, someone passed by it and liked it so much that they preserved it by putting like a clear coat on it.
Nice. All right.
And so just imagine this guy, like, futile effort, just like, oh shit, like,
What have I
I
done?
should have asked permission.
No. That's really funny, yeah.
So inadvertently vandalized the bridge near his home while he was trying to practice for a legitimate mural he was supposed to be doing.
I love this idea of this like strangifying beautification of really ordinary things around us. It makes me sad there is not more of it.
And also, like, super interesting in this case that, like, a lot of times, like, it's vandalizing to do something like that.
Yeah.
So for someone just walking by to be like, no, I like this, I'm making it stay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a really cool thing that he had done as well as he made a stencil of like it looked like an official like government sign that said like official graffiti zone.
Yeah.
Like post no
I saw
bills.
that.
And then like in the books he shows like a time lapse of like when he puts that up, it's like a blank wall, and a few days later there's a bunch of graffiti tags all over it, and then like a month later it's just covered in graffiti. And it's just like this really interesting idea of like, what if graffiti wasn't illegal? Like what if you could just go and like put graffiti on whatever wall you wanted?
What if
Like
we integrated art into our lives more?
How much more interesting would the world around us be?
Yeah.
And there are more and more like like city sanctioned murals on the
Yeah.
sides of buildings, which I think is great. Like you mentioned, being able to like be in an area, be in a city and see more art just like
Yeah.
in front of you on walls, on buildings. And a lot of places do that now. Like Chicago does it a lot. When I was living in Pittsburgh, there's a bunch of neighborhoods that pay an artist to paint a huge mural. Like
And I'm sure it's
really
in no
cool.
small part to Banksy. Like I'm
Yeah.
sure that his legitimacy of this has probably moved it forward to the
Yeah.
point where like it questions a lot of the old sensibilities of like, oh, maybe this actually is something worth keeping around.
Yeah, right.
I think that question that comes up of like, well, what is art?
Yeah.
Like you're just writing this off as not art because it's graffiti, but
Right.
if it's something beautiful, then it's something beautiful. If it's something meaningful, then it's meaningful. And so
Yeah.
why do we have to just like trash it
I also think
because of where it's at?
the history of graffiti, I think, probably makes a lot of people uncomfortable just to look at it because I think it was so often associated with like gang activity.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So like right off the bat, when you see that, you go, "Oh shit, whose lawn am I on?" Right? Like,
Yeah.
like am I in a place I'm not supposed to be? I think that turning, that took time and effort to change the perception about what graffiti can do.
Definitely.
And you do see it in places now. Like there's a big giant in Lock 3 in Akron. There's always something, they've changed it out a few times, like big sort of painting on the inside of the lock. A couple of places in Akron that have like wall art like that. So I don't know. It just took time, I guess, to change the perception, right?
Yeah, but it's I've never been against obviously I've been a big fan of this guy for a while, and I just really liked how he subverted the expectations of like what art can be, and then turned that into its own art form.
Yeah.
And then also just because he seems like a really cool guy, very down to earth.
Yeah. I think he's an artist with a natural disdain for everything that the art world actually represents.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Because the art world does, on some level, it kind of obscures, it takes the domain of art away from the people.
And he also talks about that a lot too. Is like, I'm putting all my artwork out there for free for everyone to see. Like, who else can you say does that?
And I really like that idea because I have a lot of friends that are artists, and a huge issue for artists is like people don't want to pay you for your art. And so to flip that on its head and be like, I don't want paid for my art, but like pay attention to these people who kind of need it. Like, let me bring other people into the foreground who are also good artists. And I like that idea of bringing attention to other people.
Yeah. Well, I guess since we're coming up at the end of the show here, Dan, thank you so much for
Yeah.
covering Banksy so thoroughly.
I did not know. And I knew very little about Banksy, but I did not know all
I'm
of
sure
that
that's on purpose.
interesting
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I actually I was avoiding it for a long time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to know anything about Banksy.
Well,
you kind of ruined that
I'm
for
glad
me.
I can ruin it for you. I'm glad.
I'm gonna want to, sometime soon here, look through a lot of things like this, just pieces of his I didn't know about.
Yeah, I mean, I mentioned he has a website earlier. I should have gotten the domain. I think it's banksy.co.uk. And he has an Instagram that he posts to fairly regularly. So yeah, if he honestly has like great photos of his work online everywhere. Again, he's very upfront about like letting people see his work as much as possible. So yeah, it's out there if you want to see it. I mean, if you want to borrow this book, go ahead. It's just kind of it normally just collects dust on my shelf.
All of our listeners, if anyone wants to borrow Dan's book, hit us up on Facebook or
Start
email.
a book exchange program here.
I'll
Also,
never
this is-
see it again.
Also, this is a really great time to announce that next week our guest is going to be Banksy.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
And he's gonna be talking about Banksy.
They'll be talking about me.
I was going to say he's going to be talking about Dan. That same brain thing.
It's going to be a short episode because there's not much to talk about.
This has been a fantastically weird episode. As is always the case when you two are in the same room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing. So thank you very much, Dan.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm really glad I could come on.
I would love for
Yeah.
you to come back. Do something
Absolutely.
like this again.
Well, I don't want to come back.
Well, that's fine. Oh, that's right.
I don't want to
the jam.
see you ever
jam.
again.
It is the jam
He won't
time.
be able to come back
Why not?
Because we're eating jam.
Oh, I like jam. What's wrong with jam? I would come back for jam.
This joke is dumb.
I feel like this is one of those things where only the three of us get it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'd be one of those.
No one knows about it.
Right, I
The
think
premise
that-
was poorly framed.
I think I feel like anyone listening to this is like, I don't know
What
what they're
about the
doing.
jam? What are
about the
they
jam?
talking about?
Well, we gotta pump up the jams.
Oh, God.
Yeah, now we're definitely done. So,
We're going to end on a pun.
thank you as always for listening to Goose Chase.
Goose chase. You want to do it, Dan?
Goose chase.
That was good.
That was
Yeah.
good. We'll see you probably next week.
All right.
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Don't say it so normal. I don't like it. All right. All right. All right. You've been listening to Goose Chase. We are Goose Chase Podcast on Facebook and Twitter. On Twitter, our handle is @GooseChasePod, and our website is www.goosechasepodcast.com.
If you have any topics you'd like us to research, please email us at goosechasepodcast@gmail.com. If you like what we do on the show, please rate and review us on iTunes and Google Play.
Want to go on a goose chase?
Ooh, yes.